You're not imagining it. You really are absorbing other people's emotions. In this video, I'm going to show you how your system picks up on other people's emotions and why that can feel chaotic to you. How to stop absorbing what isn't yours so you can feel grounded, clear, and fully in your own field. And how to put up some boundaries so that you control the outcome. I'm Emily Snyder, a psychic medium for pets and people, and I love teaching people all about their intuition. Let's get started. Some people are natural projectors of energy, and some are natural receptors. This often aligns with the personality traits of open versus more reserved or closed, but not always. When you're picking up on all the emotions of others, you are functioning as a receptor. And being a receptor is actually a gift. As children, sensing our parents' mood is something that we learn from a very early age. That information helps us navigate the world. As adults, it helps us navigate work negotiations and travel and interpersonal conversations and situations. In certain professions like doctors and nurses, therapists, yoga instructors, massage therapists, salespeople, HR professionals, and teammates, it is an asset to feel what your patients or teammates or students are feeling. You know those people who could sell you anything? They're actually reading the room with intuitive precision, even if they don't know that that's what they're doing. What happens when it's not good? When you're feeling everyone's emotions all of the time and you're depleted from those interactions, it's time for some energetic boundaries. Let me tell you a quick story. In my corporate America days, I worked for this toxic boss. Someone who would fluctuate between Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So you never really knew what you were getting walking into a meeting. Some days she was supportive and collaborative, and other days nothing could go right. You'd walk straight into a tornado of verbal abuse. The fluctuation was the hardest part. Every morning I would listen to sound baths on my commute. I'd do this short exercise that we're about to do together and bathe myself in that protective light. And then I'd put up my shield and walk through the door. I'm going to show you a quick practice right now and then a longer guided boundary practice in a bit. This quick exercise is perfect when you're about to walk into a crowd or go out with a friend who's got a lot of energy. Close your eyes while you sit comfortably. Allow your breath to enter a slow, gentle rhythm. Relax the tension in your shoulders. Allow your body to settle in the chair. Imagine your inhale bringing light down from the sky, clearing space in your head, throat, and heart, and sending anything unwanted back down into the earth through your exhale. Inhale that light from the sky and exhale, push down into the earth. On your second inhale, pull up grounding energy from the earth. Let that swirl around in your stomach and solar plexus. And again, exhale any unwanted emotions down into the earth. Repeat this 2-part breath 3 times. Inhale from the sky, exhale into the earth. Inhale from the earth, push back down into the earth. Inhale sky, exhale earth. Inhale earth, exhale earth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now imagine a bright white light descending from the sky. It has a sparkle and a luminescence to it. It descends from the top of your head like a waterfall, slowly moving, giving you protection as it descends from the top of your head over your ears, nose, and mouth, covering your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, and your back. down your arms to your fingertips, over your belly, your hips, and your thighs, covering your knees, your shins, and your feet, and each of your toes. This is your protective light. Anytime you feel overwhelmed, call on this light. Your inhale breath can strengthen it, and your exhale breath will push anything out of its orbit. When you're ready, return back to me and open your eyes. Now that your energy is clearer, let's talk about how you're actually picking up on other people's emotions. This isn't random. It isn't a flaw. This is your intuitive system doing exactly what it was designed to do. When you feel someone else's emotions in your body, you're using a combination of your intuitive psychic senses, the clairs. Let's take a deeper dive into the 3 clairs that most often show up when you're absorbing other people's emotions. Clairsentience. This is where you feel emotional sensations in your body. It might show up as a heaviness in your chest, or a knot in your stomach, or tension in your upper back and shoulders. Clairsentience makes you the emotional barometer in the room. It's powerful, but without boundaries, it can feel like you're carrying everybody else's stuff. Clairempathy, clear emotional feeling. This is when you sense someone else's emotional state without physically absorbing it. It's almost like an emotional awareness rather than an emotional takeover. You just know someone feels something, sad or happy or anxious or shut down. Now, to be fair, I don't always teach this as a separate clair. I find most people find it hard to distinguish between clairempathy and clairsentience. If the emotionality is coming into your body, it's sometimes hard to know if it's somebody else's or your own. I'm pointing this out because it does have its own definition, but you may just want to lump clairsentience and clairempathy together. And then we have claircognizance. Now, this clair is all about clear knowing. It's knowing something about someone without logic or evidence. You might suddenly know what they're feeling, what they're about to say, and what they're hiding, maybe even what they need. Claircognizance is often fast, accurate, and sometimes a bit startling, but when it's unfiltered, it can feel like you're being hit constantly. You're almost getting downloaded every second on everyone else's inner worlds. Now let's take a pass at creating an energetic front yard. This is a bit of a longer exercise, and I invite you to find a comfortable place to sit. Again, let's use the 2-part breath that we did on the first exercise. Inhaling down from the sky, pull that beautiful light that clears your head, throat, and chest, and push any unwanted emotions or sensations down into the earth. Inhale the gentle grounding energy of the earth, pulling that up through your feet, and exhale again anything that's unwanted or yours down into the earth. Repeat that breath 3 times. Now envision yourself standing in a house of your own making, the most comfortable place you've ever chosen to be. It can look like an actual house or any other place that makes you feel secure and happy. Imagine gently pushing your energy beyond that house, creating space between you and the outside world. This is your energetic front yard. As you visualize this, I challenge you to also feel a sense of emptiness between you and the edge of the front yard. This front yard is yours. You are only allowing emotions, people, spirits, pets, whomever to enter your front yard with your permission. If they do not have your permission, they stay outside the perimeter. If you feel
anyone else's emotions in this space now, push them back with your exhale breath. Let's fortify this space. You can use the idea of building a fence in your front yard, or a brick wall, or even digging a moat, whatever makes you feel as safe as possible. While you do this, envision some type of door or entry point. That door still has a lock and a key, but envision a passageway into your energy space when people are called there. Every inhalation builds that wall higher, fortifying the structure. Every exhale clears the cobwebs of any remnants of energetic emotions that you don't want in your space. Inhale and exhale. Now for practice, let's invite a guide or a loved one or even a pet into our space. Open that door and allow their energy to enter your front yard. Notice what feels different. Notice how the energy shifts. Notice how you can be aware of their emotions here in your front yard, but they still have not breached the perimeter of your house or your body. Now ask that energetic source to leave your space. Escort them out the path, through the gate, shut the gate, and lock it with a key. When you're ready, come on back to me. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and open your eyes. Anytime you feel like you need a break, you can build that house in your mind, clear your front yard, lock the gate, and give yourself that energetic space to feel more like you.
Walking into a tense family gathering or team meeting or holiday dinner, you can feel sometimes the tension building before anyone speaks. My suggestion is to keep your eyes open and take 2 slow breaths. On that first breath, you're going to drop yourself into that energetic front yard you created earlier. On the second breath, you're going to build up the wall, build up the moat, put up the gate, whatever image you chose. You're still present in that physical room, but you're standing inside your own space. Anytime you feel that tension rise, take those 2 deep breaths again and reinforce that structure. Clear out that front yard. It won't fix the situation, but it will give you kind of the emotional distance you need to keep yourself steady and not take on everybody else's stuff. We all have that friend who just needs so much energetically from us, sometimes without even meaning to. You leave interactions with them feeling really wrung out, and even if you love them, it's really hard to be around them for long periods of time. I would suggest before you meet up, use the quick white light exercise that we used and let that shimmering white light show up in any moment where you feel like your energy is being pulled. Now, you will still be able to see their emotions in the same way you always have. You will be able to understand them and meet them with compassion if they've got a lot going on in their life. But they do not need to cross the barrier of you and your emotional boundary. Use whichever technique fits you in the moment. If you're in a professional world with seeing clients all day long, you may actually want to do both. You may want to set up your front yard and then cover yourself with that white light and walk into your day reminding yourself of both of those boundaries. It can be a draining thing to be in a job where you are constantly holding space and dealing with other people's emotions. Using these 2 practices together can be incredibly effective, and I hope you'll try it. When you learn to work with your energy instead of against it, everything does change. It shifts. Your sensitivity becomes a strength. And when you set those boundaries that keep those emotions out and your energy in, you become stronger because of it. I also suspect that the information from your own intuition will become more clear if you have that separation between yourself and others. You will move through the world without getting so drained or overwhelmed or lost kind of in other people's storms. This is you empowered, steady, and in full ownership of your own emotions and yourself. My name is Emily Snyder. As always, stay open, stay curious, and stay connected with Connected Intuition. I'll see you next time.